FaZe Banks typically on his stream has 50,000 viewers. Now he's at 2K. Blackboy Max, dude, this is gonna be a good day. This is gonna be crazy.
Twitch's latest action against botting has left many popular streamers completely exposed.
I'm excited because it feels like Christmas. It's like the 12 days of Christmas. Like who will be exposed for botting tomorrow?
And while Twitch is trying to crack down on botting, Kick is arguably trying to cover things up.
Yeah, Kick hiding their view numbers for streamers is probably a bad decision. Because we all know that Kick has a huge botting problem. Twitch does too, but not to the extent that Kick does. And this, like, Kick just being like, oh, we're just going to put a curtain in front of it so you can't see it, makes me trust them even less.
And the impact of these changes could be seen almost immediately, with one high-profile streamer and legendary content creator having to aggressively defend himself.
Obviously not. Use your logical brains for a second, please. Chat, people who are watching, people who are actually interested in what's happening, what's going on, the truth. If you give me the benefit of the doubt for 2 seconds.
FaZe Banks is a founding member of the FaZe clan, but in 2026, he's a lot less popular and supposedly botted his Twitch views to maintain relevancy for his new show. With his numbers now capped down to 3,000 and at some streams, him averaging less than 1,000, he was eager to clear his name.
In what world? I've been on the internet for 15 years. In what world am I going to spike my own viewers artificially from 4,000 to 50,000 in 2 seconds and expect to not, like, I just think that that's going to go, under the radar. People are just not going to notice that. And I think that if there's any world where, again, guys, this is a niche show about attention, AI, and finance. We're not going after 50,000 viewers. That was never the goal. That's never been the plan. That's unrealistic. It's not what we're here to do. If I was trying to farm 50,000 live viewers, I'd be in Miami harassing people, and I'd be going to Clavicular's nightclub with OnlyFans girls and spitting in their mouths. That's what the I'd be doing if I wanted 50,000 viewers.
Interestingly, Banks did not deny that his stream was botted, but suggested that it was not done by him.
I had a conversation with my Twitch rep right before this episode and asked explicitly. They asked me not to share the conversation, but I'm just going to tell you guys what I asked him and exactly how I asked him without kind of blowing up their spot. But I said, everything's going well. Anything I can do to avoid being botted? I said this on May 20th. People are trying to make me look crazy. Hope it goes without saying, but me plus my team aren't intentionally botting anything. I went from 4K viewers to 50K in a second last stream, and I tried to ignore it, but XQC said something. This is 3 weeks ago. It's obvious. It's no surprise, right? This is not me. And it's like, whoever's trying to make me look crazy, it worked. Congrats, man. Like, great. I don't know what else to say about it.
Although FaZe Banks has a legacy, the fact that he's fallen out with FaZe clan members and people feel like he's burnt bridges or doesn't have the same reputation he once did, he now has very few people that have an incentive to defend him since they can't benefit off of him.
And I have to say, going after FaZe Banks, great. Nobody likes that guy anyways. All of the people who used to like him were in FaZe, but now, ever since like the big FaZe breakup, nobody likes him. Nobody likes FaZe anymore or FaZe Banks anymore. So great target to go for first.
Because Banks' numbers didn't make sense from the get-go, he was an easy target. But Twitch has gotten a lot of credit for exposing much more popular and relevant streamers.
Why do people think that I would be upset about there being a cap when like a cap is literally what I've wanted? I've wanted there to be a viewership cap because you have accurate metrics to measure your success from.
Oh, yeah.
And now I don't have to tell my sponsors anymore that there's a possibility that I was getting botted. I don't have to face that conversation anymore.
Yeah, that's a difficult one.
And my sub count stays the same. So
yeah.
The streamer Seer, who has over 653,000 followers, welcomed this new development and, just like FaZe Banks, alleged that other people botted his stream.
Like, I think that people who think that I'm upset about that are projecting a fantasy who want streamers to fail. When it works in my benefit for there to be a cap, because people who have been view botting me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's actually only a good thing for me. So if you're like off to yourself in the mirror because you think I'm upset about it, this is actually really good news because now everything repairs itself. This is good for me.
Yeah, it's a good thing. I think it's a really good thing for streamers.
However, the problem with this narrative is that Twitch are going after persistent view botting, and it's very unlikely that someone would persistently bot someone else's stream.
Okay, can I say something, man? Botting is too expensive. No one is botting someone else for years. It's not happening, man. I don't understand. Like, people will do like a one bot stream. Like, there have been streamers that like one random day they get like a ton of viewers and it's like, is this botted? That people will do that, but like, there's no payoff in botting someone else for years.
At the same time, if someone is being persistently botted, this still doesn't necessarily mean that the streamer is doing it themselves.
There are rare times where management companies will intentionally view bot their streamers and not tell them so they can get sponsorships. I would argue that streamers know that when they're getting botted. Okay, it's part of the deal.
But the person who's had the roughest time and the biggest, you could say, breakdown with these allegations is another OG streamer by the name of Mitch Jones. Mitch Jones, early days streamer with Recful and Lyric and the others, originally a World of Warcraft streamer, who usually has around 17k viewers now, was suddenly speaking to just 3,000 viewers almost instantly. This naturally led to botting allegations, so he conducted a very simple experiment to try and debunk this narrative.
I'm just gonna test this for just like scientific purposes. I'm gonna try and stream on my Watch Me Blink channel. I'm gonna rate it right now. So I'm gonna give away $50,000 on my other channel. Yeah, we're just gonna stream over there for today and see how that goes. I'm kind of just testing. It's more for data for Twitch, so I can get this cap removed. Don't rate it. I have to rate it. Oh, you're saying the bots don't normally follow raids. That's also what Twitch told me. Either way, I'm definitely going to rate it because not many of my fan base would ever know where the fuck I am. It's already capped. Wait, they literally told me to test it over here, and they're not even letting me. What do you mean it's capped?
Again.
No,
Welcome
it's
back,
not
man.
capped.
Hope you enjoyed
This
your
one's
time
not capped. It's definitely not capped. It says 23 right now. Also, this channel has not been live in years, so I'll probably be like off the algorithm too, but it's fine.
However, this tactic backfired spectacularly. As the Twitter account Chumbucket explained, Mitch Jones raided his second channel to get around the 3,000 viewer limit. Before the raid, he had over 8,800 chatters. This indicates without the cap, he would have about 9,000 viewers or more. But Twitch seemed to limit the raid too because he raided with exactly 3,000 viewers. Regardless, real people would click over right away, causing another spike on the graph after the raid. Instead, the logged in viewers grew slowly from 3,000 over an hour, then stayed flat at a peak of 4,700 for 30 plus minutes, then he raided with 2k viewers. So if anything, this entire experiment proved Twitch right. But unlike FaZe Banks, Mitch did have someone defending him.
I think Mitch probably got overcapped. And it's unfortunate
What is
that
overcapped?
Mitch, who's been a Twitch partner for 15 years, gets to be used as the guinea pig.
Yeah,
right? Because
thank
it
you,
does make him
Asman.
look bad. That's my boy.
Thank
Like,
you.
I don't want to see that
I'm being
happen.
here. They got me at 3K.
But at the same time,
I have more than 3K.
like, we got to admit, we've had a big problem.
At the same time, this scandal also gave his enemies the perfect opportunity to attack online.
Oh my god, Mitch only has 3,000 viewers? No way! Mitch is only a 3K Andy, and he's been putting himself at 17K? No way! No way! That's hilarious! Holy it's all fake! It's all fake! That's crazy! He's been saying he's at 17K for months! He's been saying he's at 17K, he's at 3,000 viewers! No way! Holy what the He's freaking out. I guarantee you he's not feeling good and he's messaging people about it. Dude, look, you can tell his face. He's scared and pissed. That is so funny. Holy crap, no way! Only 3,000 viewers? Oh my god. That's nuts.
In response, Mitch sent Mizkif some very angry messages.
Upset because I said that your viewership got stopped. I looked at Twitch analytics, so now you're going to threaten to sue me?
You already got beat up, Mitch.
What does that even possibly... That is so funny. What the is that? And look, now he's saying this. You will link onto anything for attention. Like, what? He's like, okay, he said, let's tell everyone you covered shit up with Alinity. What shit did I cover up, Mitch? Please let me know what shit I covered up. Let me know. Please. Tell me what shit I covered up, ever. Oh, he's talking about the fact that he thinks that I covered up the Mitch Jones with me fighting situation. But he was going around all of Austin to try to find random videos of him and me in the car, and he couldn't find it. And he claims that I sent Alinity around Austin and got her to delete everyone's shit. Like, it's the most retarded thing ever. This dude is insane.
And instead of apologizing, Mizkif doubled down in dramatic fashion.
Okay, I'm down. If you're wrong about this, you owe me $10 million. Deal? And he is still doing this. And now he said, stop talking about me. He said, I manipulated the entire industry. What are you saying? You manipulated the entire cover-up.
Keep my wife's name out of your mouth.
Look at this. I'm like, what are you saying? You manipulated the entire cover-up story to drag me down because you said I needed to be knocked down a few pegs, and because I didn't go to your after party at the Streamer Awards. And your exact words to me, what the f did I do? Bro, I'm talking about the KOing me and then strangulating me. If that footage you have was available for the public, you're going to sue me. Look at this. This guy is claiming he's going to sue me because I magically got video footage removed of me and Mitch fighting. So he's like, he's going to sue me now from an incident from 3 years ago when he was threatening me in the car to fight me. What? He then made a video to try to make everyone hate me, and that video failed and no one cared. Like, what is this?
And Mizkif had clearly used this botting allegation to settle an old score.
The reason why Mitch Jones and I got into a fight 3 years ago at my house is because he was on cocaine. Because Mitch Jones, and I swear to God, he came to my house. I was like, yo, let's just mend the beef and you can join OnlyFans, okay? And I said, yo, come to my house and we can mend the drama. He comes to my house. Biggest mistake I ever made, one of them. And it's like, yeah, man, like, let's mend the beef. I'm like, okay, let's chill. Let's mend the beef. Let's talk. So we're just sitting there talking, having conversation. And he's kind of like digging at me a little bit. He's like, yeah, man, he kind of fucked over a lot. And I'm like, I fucked you over? You went to Trainwrecks and said I covered up sexual. What do you mean I over? So then he starts having a couple shots. He starts drinking. And the more he starts drinking, because he asked for a bottle of whiskey in my house, the more he starts drinking, the more he starts just relentlessly on me and claiming that I'm the reason why his life is ruined and I f everything over for him. And that his life would be so much better without me. And I'm like, what are you on about? So then someone rings my doorbell and I'm like, who the f is that? I go in with Mitch to see who it is. It's some girl and she has coke for Mitch. So Mitch then takes the coke because I just had her meet me here. I said, Mitch, get the f out of my house. I started screaming at him. I said, why the f are you bringing coke to my house? He then goes on my table and does a line of coke. Then he starts screaming at me, telling me that I'm a huge problem and I did such terrible things to him to ruin his life. So I start telling Mitch, get the hell out of my house. And I call over, I then start driving him home. And then that is when I start driving him home. Then Mitch starts putting his hands on me saying, pull over, I'm going to f you up.
Ultimately, Mitch Jones, FaZe Banks, and Seer didn't adequately brush away these botting allegations, and people that were called out by Mizkif, like Blackboy Max, have seemed to maintain the viewership that they had prior to this implementation. For Kick streamers, the botting allegations came in a different form. Kick had suspiciously launched a new feature where streamers would now have the ability to hide their view count, and they would also suggest that people do this because view bots are rampant on their platform. They know that it's rampant, and they don't pay out based off of view bots, because for Kick, they pay out streamers based on how many chatters and real viewers that they have on an hourly basis. So this was a means to encourage people to turn them off and allow them to just be discovered. And they also said that Kick discovery does not factor in viewership. And for many streamers, the reasons given felt like they weren't too plausible.
How do I turn off view count? Eddie said he wants it. If Eddie wants it, I do it. It doesn't affect me in any way, negatively or any of that shit. How do I turn it off? I was looking. I don't know how to do it. But Eddie does say he wants view count off. He's like, can more streamers do it?
The streamer Dunkel felt that hiding his views was what Kick CEO Eddie wanted people to do, and this was his way of supposedly showing appreciation. He then looked at what other streamers were hiding their views and claimed that they had the same mentality.
I'm not saying the ones that aren't are disrespectful, but I will say every streamer that is respectful. Watch, I'm going to go down my list right now. I don't follow everybody, but look, everybody that respects the platform. Goon respects the platform. Sam Frank definitely respects the platform. CuteBot respects the platform. I mean, Goon, CuteBot, and me all came from Twitch. There's a different kind of respect for the platform. And I mean, Sam Frank is highly respectful, the whole God thing and stuff like that. I'm telling you, all the people that actually respect what their platform's wishes are and want their platform to do well so that they do well and they understand what it means to work with other people and keep a positive environment in some sort, all those people, well, Goon's on the fence with that, but all of those people are the ones that are hiding their view count. Clav hit his view count because he understands business. Look, so many streamers are so arrogant and don't give a bro. Drop the like you guys say. Streamers need to drop the ego, drop the arrogance. Literally, just your boss is asking because he wants to see.
And this argument held less weight because Sam Frank has been accused of botting in the past.
Is Sam
W Apollo.
Oh, she's live. Oh, Bible stream. Okay, she's live right now, 1.3K. What is this one? Dude, oh my God. Okay. Bro, what? This is the weirdest graph I've ever seen on this website. So the active chatters stayed the same the entire stream. There's 50 active chatters the whole stream. Actually, you know what's funny? The active chatters went up when the view bots stopped working, allegedly. It stopped. But I can say overall, it looks like 50 chatters for 1.3K viewers. 50 chatters. Right here, it looks like the bot stopped working, but the chat actually went up to around 6, 7. And then the bots started to work again, and then nothing changed in the chatters.
Clavicular is another streamer who has had botting allegations. However, he's given a much more reasonable excuse for hiding his views.
The reason I turned it off is just because you're competing with such obviously fake metrics.
Yeah.
So where it's like maybe I'll be streaming to like 7,000 to 10,000 people, and then you see people streaming to like 50,000 with similar engagement. It's like, what's even the point of this?
But the streamer who has been the most vocal about turning off his views is DDG. And if he was botting, then this would be an incredibly bad look for Kick and for the streaming world in general.
Oh, this? Hey, why you don't show how many viewers you got on Kick?
Because you know why? Bandwagons. I got a lot of views right now, but bandwagons, so we're like, they'll look at how many views you got, and if you ain't got enough, they gonna dip off. They gonna go to the Exactly.
Much like Clavicular, DDG gave a reasonable reason for hiding his views. However, the comment section was littered with responses like, because he don't want to pay for bots, and because he's insecure about his views. And this is because DDG has faced some view botting allegations of his own in the past. In 2025, Twitch conducted a seismic removal of bots from the platform, and this exposed many streamers whose views dropped significantly. At the time, XQC checked DDG's figures and was suspicious about some of the curves in his viewership.
Count viewers. Yeah, maybe they changed how viewer counted it, but yeah. That's actually pretty solid. It would have went into effect on the 21st, right? He just hasn't streamed yesterday. It actually seemed pretty solid. Let's just check the curves. Yeah, how about instead of doing the numbers, we check the curves instead. See if there's any change in like. That's crazy though. I don't even know what that is. Wait.
And then XQC saw what he thought was confirmation that DDG was botting.
Right now, that literally told me, I'm not gonna say his name because he can come out and say it when he wants to say. He's probably gonna say it soon. That he's being botted. Yet he didn't get hit. He's a top streamer that has been being botted for months.
Now go look at the stats and go find out who it is, right? When we find who it is, we need to put the name out there, and then we need to pressure that person. When that person is pressured, then they better get mad at him. They better get mad at Rage for throwing some shade at him. They better get mad. Jed, they're gonna get mad surely, right? And they're gonna sell out business, and they're gonna get mad at your age for calling him out. Also, about a number of people or whatever. And how many 40K streamers are there? Not a lot. You could probably just figure it out by now. Actually, I'll do it myself. Okay, you got me. It's DDG. I said it. I was pressured by forces out there that are going like I had to say it's based on what he said. I'm making it I think he's probably anything at DDG.
At the same time, DDG defended these allegations.
Oh, he said I'm botting. Listen, yeah, I do not care enough to bot no goddamn views. You think if I'm spending all this money, bro, you think I'm finna pay for some goddamn bots? I don't care that much. I do not care that much. For if a bot, bro, if a is botting his views, give it up. It's not that serious, bro. We're streaming. Like, y'all didn't see me stream for 5 months straight, bro. Like, I seen me gain 400,000 followers in 3 days. It was like, I just don't care that much about. I love streaming, but this isn't my, like, this has been streaming for 30 years. You know what I mean?
DDG was doing numbers that would inevitably lead to botting accusations. At the same time, DDG had a very eventful 2025. He had a very dramatic falling out with Halle Bailey, his baby mother. He did Streamer University. He produced and presented his own dating show. He had linked up with Wendy Ortiz, who blew up as a streamer herself. And for what it's worth, he completely denies ever botting, which is very believable considering that his cameraman built a very successful streaming career off of the back of working for DDG. So if he was able to build a significant viewership, clearly DDG wasn't botted.
I don't bot though. I never botted before.
XQC says differently, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's cap, bro. I don't know why he said that. I never botted.
He threw your name in there, bro. It's cool if you bought it, bro. Like, you still got motion.
If I bought it, I would tell you, bro. I got real motion in real life. I don't have to bot. I'm saying I never bought it before, but I see that bot, and it is benefiting them from botting.
And whether DDG is botting or not almost comes down to whether you believe him. There's this clip of another streamer, a very small streamer at that, trying to expose DDG, and it should give you an idea of the lengths people will go to try to expose somebody botting.
Oh, 1,300 people sleeping with 13 chatters. One message a minute, dude. 1,300 people. Now you know why people turn off their viewer counts, dude. Now let's see what Vagabond has. You think he's got more than 13 chatters? DDG is my #1 recommended. Oh yeah, dude, it's Kick's.
And this layer of ambiguity means that no matter what Twitch and Kick do in the future, I think botting is here to stay. And I think people that have high numbers want people to know that they have high numbers. For instance, Neon, one of the most well-known accused botters, alleged botters, hasn't turned off his numbers, and it's because he wants people to look at the numbers, and it's just a human nature thing. People will always go and check out who's got the most numbers. But Kick pushing for discovery based off of actual content and not ranking it off of viewership is definitely a move in the right direction.